so it's been a while, hasn't it?
At least 2 weeks.
So, for the record, I'm not pregnant currently. In the last update, the sound quality was a bit crap, sorry about that. I did mention that I had 4 follicles and that I got 2 eggs and that 1 didn't make it. So we have an M baby, and it is a grade 1, which is apparently the best it can be. It had the right amount of cells.
It was growing at a good rate.
Yeah, so it was really, really good.
He said it was perfect.
He did say it was perfect, to be fair. So the plan was I was going to go in for my transfer on the Monday.
Yeah, so it would have been a 3-day transfer.
Yeah, exactly. So went there Monday. I was feeling very poorly.
Well, after the egg collection, so the egg collection was on the Friday. Over the course of the weekend, Candice had got more and more poorly. She's got more bloated, more uncomfortable, could barely stand up without like clutching her tummy.
I already looked pregnant, didn't I?
Yeah, it was really weird.
I was so swollen. And I knew that a lot of people reacted this way to the procedure and to the pessaries as well, that everything kind of swells and you've already had all this medication, all these different hormones inside you. So I already knew that was a factor. Went down there
Monday morning.
And they were just like, no, we're not
going to do this.
We're not going to do this. Weirdly, I was kind of relieved because
you were so poorly.
And obviously the reasoning behind it was they don't want to put it into an environment where it's not going to survive. And
there'd be no point, would there?
Obviously, we feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
So they've frozen it. They've frozen our little M baby.
Now it's a little frosty.
Yeah. So they brought the embryologist in.
I wasn't there for any of this, by the way. I was sat upstairs in the waiting room.
Yeah.
So I had to hear most of this through text while Candice was having tests and stuff. I just had to sit there and wait.
Yeah.
So it sucked.
Yeah. So the embryologist came in to talk to me, and he said, "Yeah, your embryo's still perfect, still grade 1, absolutely fine, and it's not going to affect our chances later if we have them frozen." So
I think what you said to me is that he had told you it was as good as it was going to get for freezing. Like, it was ideal. If we froze it, the freezing wouldn't affect it. It wouldn't like it was in the perfect condition to freeze and then unfreeze.
Yeah, exactly. So since then I had to give a urine sample, I had to have a blood test.
Didn't they scanned you as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I had an ultrasound scan as well.
We were worried about hyperstimulation.
Yeah, so it wasn't that, thankfully.
Yeah, which was a big relief.
Yeah, so it turned out, so the blood test showed that I had inflammation somewhere in my body, but it wasn't very specific. But the urine sample showed that I had an E. coli infection, which was really fun. Yeah, and they believe it's something to do with the procedure, possibly the catheter, but they're not entirely sure. So they put me on some antibiotics, a bit of amoxicillin, and I've just finished that 7-day course. I've just finished that yesterday, and I've been feeling great, haven't I?
Oh my god, after you'd taken that first, so it was one of those, you do 3 tablets every day for 7 days. After you'd taken the first day's worth, I mean, it worked so quickly, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like
my
your
body
tummy went
it.
down so fast.
Yeah.
And I was surprised at how bloated you were. Like when you have your tummy and you're bloated and you have that shadow.
I had lines.
It was so defined you were so bloated.
That's how defined my stomach was.
It was bad.
It was really bloated.
There was one night Candice took Dexter outside. She called me from outside and said, "Can you come and stand with him?" And I've gone out there and she's clutching her tummy. I just couldn't stand. And then I came back in and she was
for a long time
in tears. It was bad.
But you were great though, weren't you? She was great. She was cooking me really nutritious meals.
I got you that cranberry juice.
Yeah, you got me cranberry juice. You were keeping me nice and
hydrated.
Comfy. Yeah.
I did what I could.
So a lot has changed. So we now need to call the clinic to find out what's going to happen next.
Because we won't be having a fresh embryo transfer now. We've got a frozen embryo transfer, which, from what we've read, is as successful as a fresh one.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that procedure.
Aren't you?
You're
not worried about it?
I'm not worried. No, I mean, I'm not worried about it having a huge effect on the embryo and on the procedure.
Yeah, so
whether it takes or not, that's not down to whether it's fresh or frozen.
So now, as far as I know, I'm either going to be put on the pill for 1 cycle and then have it transferred and have pessaries as well, or I'll just have the progesterone.
That was the other thing. We thought you were allergic to the pessaries.
I'm not. It was just a procedure.
I think it was one of those things, you know, where you try and think of every little thing that could be bad,
or could have gone wrong.
Everything that it could have been, like, could have been hyperstimulation, it could have been this, it could have been that. It turned out it was an E. coli urine infection, which is so
I did
treatable.
the wrong thing as well. I googled.
Candice always googles.
Can I just say, I work for the NHS, and we tell people all the time, do not Google. And
What does she do?
Yeah, that was literally the first thing I did.
As soon as she gets in the car, she's like, I'm not much better. So the plan going forward is, what we still need to do is ring the clinic. That's the first thing on our list. After that, we don't know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, the people who are working with us are only going to do what's best for our treatment. They're only going to do what's going to give us the best chance for this embryo to stick.
Yeah. And we've said, haven't we, it's our special little one that held on.
Yeah, it is the special little one.
And they're perfect as well.
I know.
A medical professional said our embryo was perfect.
It wasn't just us.
2 medical professionals.
2 medical professionals said our embryo was perfect. I mean, it can't get better than that, can it?
Exactly. So we've just got to wait and see now what they say. So we're hoping sort of within the next 4 weeks. But we just wanted to give an update just because so much has happened.
It all changed very quickly.
I think because I was so poorly, it just wrecked everything.
Yeah.
But I'm relieved that they didn't go through with it and that they didn't put it in.
If it had failed, in your head you'd be like, oh, it's because I was poorly, it's because I didn't say I was poorly, blah, blah, blah. You know, you did say, and
and it wouldn't have survived, would it? So
perfectly frozen.
So yeah, this is a bit of information vomit.
That's what we've been up to.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Literally that.
That and work. For me anyway.
I've on some holidays, I don't have work yet. I've got 2 more weeks left.
That's nice for you.
It is nice for me, alright.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So maybe it's my birthday soon, so maybe it'll be over my birthday.
Oh, how nice would that be?
Little birthday transfer, who knows? Anyway, we're going to go because, it's dinner time and I really fancy a cup of tea. And maybe want to watch something on Disney Plus. I don't know what yet. Possibly Coco.
I love that film.
It's a great film. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye,
Love you guys. Bye.